Technika, блядь, comrade, and welcome to the Teknikal Podcast.
Не говори по-русски.
Yes.
Well, welcome to Technikal Podcast with me, a Russian man, and my comrade,
Aleski Ruski.
Lesky Rusky. Welcome to the show.
Da.
Да.
Okay, hello.
Okay.
Okay, hello, folks, and welcome to the Teknikal Podcast.
Welcome.
Oh my god,
That was pretty
pretty racist.
That's pretty
Pretty racist. We are now this podcast is now officially registered by the UN as a hate symbol.
Yes.
Yes. It sucks that within the first 10 seconds, we got blacklisted from flights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next KKK right here. Yeah. Well, anyways, with that terrible disappointment out of the way, yeah, welcome.
Hello. How you guys doing?
We aren't live streaming, so you can't actually answer. Yeah, well, on this podcast, you can expect technology, probably.
The technical stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and also other things, whatever. We just talk about stuff. I don't know. You explain it. It's your idea.
All right. So, as we said, this is a technical podcast. We're gonna technical podcast, and we're gonna start with talking about long-term PCs over the ages.
Yeah. So first of all, if you have no clue what we're talking about, computers. It's what you're listening to this on, you friggin' idiot. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. You're probably very smart and just forgot. Okay.
All right. So. We were talking about an iMac that I own. We're actually recording using this iMac and
from 2009.
Yes, 2009.
This was before the Black Eyed Peas critical hit "Boom Boom Pow."
Actually, I think that was 2008.
It was 2010, dude. Did that?
No, hold on.
Oh, okay. Okay, when did the Black Eyed Peas do "Boom Boom Pow"?
Okay, we gotta make
okay.
sure.
Okay.
Released 2009. So
okay, we're both wrong.
All right.
The same year as "Boom Boom Pow" by the critical hit by the Black Eyed Peas.
All right. All right. So there you go.
Yes.
We were equally wrong.
It was also released in Chinese in 2011, according to this website. Or wait, no, Richard Cheese. Sorry.
No. Interesting. So you just okay.
I can't read. Sorry. I'm actually illiterate.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, anyway. So this iMac we're using is about as old as that Boom Boom Pow song, and
Boom,
it
boom,
is,
pow.
and it runs pretty much just as smoothly as it did way back when.
Yeah. 2009. What else happened that year? Sonic and the Black Knight came out. I lost my virginity.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Wait. You do the math. That doesn't sound too right.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Nah, that was just when I lost my mental virginity. Totally different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Machinima YouTube. It's a corruptive, like a battery acid. What happened? What happened in 2009 anyway?
So
the Sugar Bowl.
So in January 1st of 2009, Slovakia officially adopted the euro currency and becomes the 16th Eurozone country.
Hey-o.
Shout out to Slovakia.
Shout out.
All right. And, same day, 61 die in nightclub fire in Bangkok, Thailand.
Oh, hey-o.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. I'm so good. Okay, really. We feel bad. Okay, we can't really feel personally bad, but on the level of it happening, that was bad that it happened. And as you listen to our podcast, just keep in mind that we joke about these kind of things. We aren't serious. Obviously, these things are bad. Any sane human being could tell that.
Of course.
Just use your brain and figure out that people are sarcastic on the internet. I mean, iDubbbz has 3 million subs, so I think people are used to it by now.
Yep, and that's just sarcasm.
Plus, we're teenagers, and teenagers are trash and evil and scum of the earth. And listen
to
rock and roll.
And we're millennials too.
Oh, actually, no.
We're
We're
not.
Gen Z. We're Gen Z.
Or there was another paper I read. It talked about categorizing generations and how they do it, and millennials actually ended with anyone who's born in 2000.
Yeah, so technically.
Technically. See what, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
okay. Return to the racist. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
all right.
No, but back on topic. How did we get off topic in the first 10 seconds of our podcast?
That's a great question.
That's why.
Super. Anyway, my grandma's downstairs. I don't think she'd appreciate this language.
Yeah, we are very. Good thing you don't play CS:GO. Good thing you don't play CS:GO.
Good thing I'm not Russian and play CS:GO. That was like in that case, really proper use of the words.
Yes. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh, right. Computers over the ages. You see, every decade or so, with the exception of the 90s, because you had to replace your computer every freaking year if you wanted it to be usable, because reasons. I mean,
90s.
Yeah, 90s. Hashtag 90s kid. Hashtag I'm a 90s kid because I was born in 2001. Before 9/11, so culturally 90s kid. Heyo.
You know what? I would actually accept that. If being
Really?
a 90s kid was being born in the 90s and culturally, the 90s, is before 9/11. So, if you defined it like that, then yes, I would find that acceptable.
9/11.
Hooray for 9/11.
Oh, jeez. No, don't. NSA, stop. We were referencing Family Guy. Blame, Peter Parker or whoever it is.
Peter Griffin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy. So blame fictional character Peter Griffin.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, but in the 80s, it was this Commodore 64. I mean, that product line lasted from like 1980 to 1990 pretty much with like no real alterations. They used the same cartridges, and even now people are huge fans of it. Like it has a small but vocal community. Vocal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, have you ever come across Commodore?
I actually haven't.
Like, not even on the internet?
No, well, on the internet, yeah, but I haven't.
Not in real life. I mean, like,
not in real life, no.
I mean, have you come across them on the interwebs?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
I thought we could discuss about the Commodore 64 a bit more, but neither of us know anything about the frickin' system because we are hipster trash.
Yeah, I know about it, but I don't know anything about it.
Used cartridges. It was basically a computer and a keyboard. The thing was very popular, but it was also bulky, and Windows replaced it. So IBM compatibles replaced it because IBM. It's good. It's got what?
Subliminal messages.
Yeah. And 90s again. Nothing really happened because there was like a new graphics card every 2 months, and Intel went through like three huge generations of processors in that decade, and I know, and since then with the iSeries, they've only had 2 major versions of I guess I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking out of my ass here.
Anyway, maybe we can talk about something that we could actually...
No, hold on. We still have a few more on this list. The Dell Inspiron, or I don't know, the Dell desktops from the 2000s. The ones with Windows XP.
Yeah.
Those things are legendary. Only now are they starting to break down, like, past couple years. And so that's like a good 13 plus years of shelf life. And for a Windows XP machine, that's pretty solid. It was really only when Microsoft cut their support that really the legacy of Windows XP started to die, but will not be forgotten. We'll include a download link to a Windows XP pinball.
Pinball. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Well, maybe we won't. If we remember. Should we do that? Should we include a link?
You know what? Let's include a link.
Okay. Cool.
Let's include a link.
Okay.
I'm gonna edit this part out here because it's just him writing on the.
What time is this? Like 9:40.
Yeah, I might leave it in for comedic purposes.
Yeah, but still cut it down a bit because this is too long.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Load.
There we
go. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So it actually came to be, as you were saying earlier, because you do happen to own an iMac from 2009. That still works fine 8 years later.
In fact, that's what I'm gonna be using to edit down this recording.
Yeah. So, that's gonna be pretty cool. Not the editing part, but
the fact that we're doing it on iMac
that is 8 years old and still runs the modern OS.
Yep, it's up to date.
That is pretty cool. A Mac OS. We've gone back in time apparently.
We have.
Yes, Mac OS 11. Heck yeah, boy, we did it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mac 11 or Mac. Are we on Mac 12 now? Cause didn't Mac OS update again after they rebranded?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't friggin' know.
Whatever.
Apple can't brand themselves to save their life. There's the Apple Watch Series 2, the iPhone 7, the 2009, the late 2009 iMac, and let's just use this as a transition to our next topic.
Oh, great transition. All right, so next up on the list, we got the
Apple branded watch. Now, this device is all new for 2017, including
built-in GPS,
water resistance up to 50 meters,
a new lightning-fast dual-core processor.
That's 2 cores.
Double core.
And a display that's twice as brighter than before.
That's interesting. You know, I've never seen Apple brag about display brightness before. So
I mean, they've bragged about resolution when there wasn't anything to brag about. But this actually is interesting because the brightness on smartwatches is actually a problem because not that they're not bright enough, but they need to be as bright as possible to actually be legible because they are being used as watches, and if they want to replace watches, they need to be as convenient as watches, and currently they are not as convenient as watches.
Absolutely not.
Now the next step is to make battery life longer, but that would require these things to sap as much battery power as a dollar store calculator. Dime store. What is this, 1920? Yeah, but for more than that, what were you saying? The brightness. That's actually pretty cool. You can get third-party apps, which is cool. I mean, it uses a different store than regular iTunes. Or do they still use iTunes for Apple apps, or is it separate?
No. They have a separate app store.
Okay, yeah. I don't really keep up to date on Apple stuff too much, but it's pretty. It's like. I hope Tizen does well, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, built-in GPS.
Yeah, that's a great feature to have. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's the Apple Watch.
Oh no, Series you missed something.
2. Oh, did I miss something?
Yeah, we didn't talk about the processor or water resistance.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so water resistance 50 meters. That's pretty darn good if you ask me.
Yeah, 50 meters. That's like. You should be drowning if you're 50 meters below water. I mean, really, if you dropped your watch 50 meters below the water, it's okay, it's resistant. But at that point, you lost your watch somewhere on the seafloor. Okay,
it's never coming back.
It could be 2,000 kilometers water resistant. It's not coming back.
Yeah. And if you're a scuba diver, you can even probably make use of this watch if you're doing some light diving.
Light diving. It is water resistant, not waterproof, so that's to keep in mind. But
that's true. But often when they say that, it essentially means waterproof.
I don't have much experience. I'm just trusting you.
So, well, actually, I can speak a little bit about this. So, I knew a guy. He had a smartwatch. I don't remember what it was, but it was water resistant up to 100 meters.
Oh dang!
Yeah, and
they beat Apple.
Yeah, and whenever any company says that anything of theirs is water resistant, it pretty much means waterproof, but they don't want to say waterproof because liability. That's pretty much all it comes down to. Yeah. I've played around with several watches.
Yeah.
Not smartwatches, but regular watches.
I have a few regular watches. I have one on right now.
Oh yeah. I'll caress the microphone with that.
Yes. That's a smart idea and won't hurt the viewers' ear or listeners' ears. Jeez, I'm sorry. Yeah, but 50 meters. That's more than enough. That
really is. I mean,
100 meters, 50 meters. Who cares? Unless you're going diving, it shouldn't matter. And in
10 meters is plenty.
Yeah, plenty. And in that case, if you're going diving, then I don't think you can really keep track. I don't think you want to be listening to your Spotify playlist. I don't think the internet works for 50 meters below sea water or sea level.
Who knows? Maybe it does. But either way, if you're gonna go that deep, then you're probably gonna use some other special equipment. You're not gonna.
Yeah, you're probably not
gonna be using the one touch by Amazon feature.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna be listening to Pandora.
All right, what's next? So they got a new lightning fast dual core processor.
Oh, dang, that is fast. I mean, they said it's fast, so it must be fast, right? I mean, that's how these things always work.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I don't think speed is really a problem with most smartwatches. I mean, yeah, the cheap ones, sure, but most of them, I don't think it's a big deal. I think the bigger problem is battery, so I don't know why they bumped the speed. That probably just means more battery is being used up.
Probably. I mean,
I don't know. We don't have them yet.
Yeah.
Or ever. We don't have money. We just have this microphone because
Oh yeah, that's right. So the beautiful microphone we got was from the Mafia.
Yes.
Shout out to the Mafia.
Shout out to the Armenian Mafia.
Yeah. Bardzo wątpisz, insinčila mikrofoning
We're making someone think that we actually got it from the Mafia.
Yeah, and they're sucking it up because
Okay. Hey. Dude, no, seriously, where did he get the microphone?
All right, so this actually belongs to my dad. He got it a few years ago, and
not from the Mafia.
Yeah, the Moldovan Mafia, actually. A funny story. No,
God,
so
stop it.
A trip to a guitar center. Few money's being thrown around here and there, and boom, we got this fancy microphone. ASMR.
Okay.
Enough of that. Sorry if we just.
Sorry if we're now in the red in terms of our viewership.
Right, probably
somehow we went negative, even though that's not possible on YouTube.
That's just how much we. That's
how much we are bad.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and yeah. So, anyways, dual core processing. Okay.
All right. It kind of feels like just something they say to just kind of just up the number of things they can brag about.
Yeah, the thing is about processors, it's like I remember reading an article about this. They don't use the proper processors in phones sometimes because it's easier to market more RAM because it's a larger number than a more powerful processor because gigahertz doesn't change much anymore. Yeah. The speed doesn't change much. It's mostly most of the changes with processors in both computers and other devices is the efficiency of the processing, and but that's hard to market to people. Most people, they just want to see more, bigger, better. Or at least in the U.S., I don't know. Europeans are probably smarter, maybe.
I think the average European might be more. Well, maybe, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm not Europe. Okay. Let me see if I can get my European friend on the phone. Actually, no. It's probably like 11 for him, so I'm not gonna bother him. Plus, we never talked before, and I don't want to drag him on a podcast. Be like, hey, dude, hi, yeah, please be on our podcast. That'd be mean.
Yeah.
Anyways, where were we?
All right, so I think that about sums it up for the Series 2.
GPS.
Oh, do we not talk about that?
It's a GPS. You can find yourself. You can figure out how to walk to the McDonald's in front of your face. Now let's just move on.
Okay, cool.
Do you have anything to say aside from that? Styling. It's still as stupid looking. It's still as bulky looking as ever.
Yeah, I mean, not much has changed on the exterior.
It still looks like an iPod Nano 6th Gen. Except in a
with the watch case.
Yeah, actually no. You could buy those for the iPod Nano 6th Gen, and they looked better.
Yeah, they actually looked really nice.
Well, I wouldn't say really nice, but they still didn't look bad.
I had a friend that got like a $50 one, and it was leather, and it actually looked pretty good.
Huh.
Interesting.
It's Apple, and Apple will be bitten into.
Yep.
Wow. I don't even know what we were talking about there, but let's just...
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's continue on with the glorious list.
Yeah,
we got another smartwatch.
Yeah,
Alright.
Yeah, so the Samsung Gear... the Samsung Gear is interesting because it was one of the first smartwatches to be released, if you remember the little boxy thing from a few years ago. And, since then, Samsung has really nailed how to make a smartwatch. The problem is that it's freaking expensive, but not as expensive as the Apple Watch. And it looks like a real watch. So, they have a 4G watch. Holy shit!
4G LTE.
Holy shit! Okay,
Dude,
okay. I'm going on Amazon.
Stop everything right now.
Okay, stop the podcast. Amazon. Okay, Amazon.communication. Amazon. Okay, we gotta buy this. Okay, for that.
Okay, we probably just all right. So yeah, we're stopping the podcast right now. We have to see because we were just looking on the site and there's a 4G LTE version.
Yeah, 4G. That means it can be our own telephone.
4G.
Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means to have a telephone on your watch? That means
that's cool.
Yeah, now that is cool. I don't care if I can't friggin' play Angry Wheels or whatever. I don't friggin' know.
4G LTE Gear S3. Okay. Oh. Hold on.
337. Whatever, it looks cool. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do.
Okay, alright.
It has 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. That's almost as much as my laptop.
Alright, so it says here that the only one that came up, it says it does not support 2G, 3G, 4G LTE.
But it still gives us a good idea of what the 4G one would run up for if it was being sold on Amazon, which apparently it isn't. It has... Yeah, and it looks freaking cool.
Yeah, so it's the Frontier, not the
Classic. The Classic. I mean, the Classic looks nice, but it doesn't have a 4G, so it sucks.
If I didn't know any better, it looks like just a really a classy watch.
Yeah, and so it does look nice though. In all seriousness,
really does. Yeah, so Frontier again has that 4G LTE. You can use it as your phone, and you don't need any other phone to connect it with.
Yeah, I just hope they made them not as hot. I hope they worked on the thermals because I've filled some S2s before, and I mean, if they're running for a long time, they get really hot. I mean, have you ever?
I actually have, yeah.
Yeah. So I just hope they worked on the thermals because it can get kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, just kind of a warm spot on your wrist.
Yeah. But it looks so cool, and it has most of the same features of it's pretty much the same thing as the Apple Watch, but the difference is that it's just better designed. And I know that's funny because Apple's supposed to be the better designed one, and Samsung's supposed to be the industrial one. But
let's not forget the battery case for the iPhone.
Oh, don't remind me.
Yeah, design my
bad. That was bad. No, but even still, Apple's known for their design, but really, they've just been falling off it recently. And I think that the Gear S3 is proof that other companies can do design better. I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but it's like, it's good. It looks like a watch, which is more than I can say for most smartwatches. And it looks like a watch, and it has pretty much the same feature set as the Apple Watch. I mean, of course, there's the super expensive $350 version with the 4G, but isn't the Apple Watch $350 too?
I think the base model is $350.
Yeah,
I think they're the smallest size.
So it's like
only they'll check that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's just assume even if it's $250, right? That's still like $100. You still need to get an iPhone to work with it or an Android phone, and point is, it's expensive. Apple Watch,
All right.
Yeah,
so,
Apple Watch.
So the first series is they start at $269.
Then the Series 2 is $369.
Yeah, and you can get a $1,200 Apple Watch edition.
Of course, for some reason. And
top 1%.
The processor is the S2. Conspiracy theory, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So either way, they have pretty much the same feature set, and yet yet there's also 4G, and it also looks like a watch instead of a box on your wrist. So overall, I think the Gear S3 for people who want a watch, it's probably the better option. But for people who want connectivity, I don't know. I think the Apple Watch is making a more convincing case, or at the very least, you can get more themes. I think. I don't know. I don't own either, so yeah. I'm talking out of my butt.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to see, which is better with customization.
Yeah. I mean, still, it has a decent amount of apps. I mean, like, according to the Samsung website, there's like Uber and Spotify.
Pretty much all of the main apps, yeah, like Uber, Spotify, SoundCloud, pretty much any app
that you'd actually that most people who would be interested in such a device would be interested is available.
Yeah, so you're good. You're good there. Yeah, it has a lot of different fitness apps.
First party, third party.
Yeah.
I mean, Apple Watch has all that stuff too, but point is, it's comparable, and
yeah,
and it still works so well. Also, it's Tizen, so that means it's really it's pretty good. Yeah, it has GPS, and it's 1.3 inches, whatever.
Has up to 3-day battery. Now that's nice.
I mean, it's still 3 days, but still, and it's probably only 1 day in practice, but still.
Yeah, I mean.
Still.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, for the consumers out there looking for smart consumer advice, don't buy either of these. Don't, because the technology is still very new, and yeah, I think we can both agree on that.
Yeah, maybe after a few years, once it actually the tech on these devices starts to develop,
Yeah. Yeah, the Teknikal Podcast, giving advice, apparently. I didn't even know we'd do that.
I guess we do now.
Yeah, consumer advice, very legitimate advice. Our combined age is that of a middle-aged man, so you can trust us.
There we go.
That was me snapping fingers at you.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so yeah, smartwatches, those exist. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, isn't that cool how we are in the future? We live literally in the future. Okay, that's not exaggeration. Yeah.
We live in the future.
Yeah, everything's made of chrome.
That was an interesting episode of SpongeBob.
Yeah, shout out to all the 1999's kids.
Yeah.
Out there who remember the classics like SpongeBob
and who listened to Korn and all those December 31st, 1999, 11:59 p.m. 59 seconds, kids. Let's go.
Yeah, that was a good television show from the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Remember that show? Yeah. Also, culturally, The Fairly Odd Parents came out in the 90s, and also non-culturally, if you count the cartoons when it was released February 14th, 2000 or something, or 1999, I don't care. Yeah. What were we talking about?
We went off on a tangent there.
Oh yeah, so those things. We should come up with a new tagline, like we may end up talking about tech.
Y equals tangent of X.
Oh my god, you sound so smart.
That's right. Derivative of tangent is derivative of tangent secant squared?
I don't friggin' know.
I'm probably gonna be tested on that. Anyway.
Cool. Yeah. Good luck on your test next Tuesday.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have a test next Tuesday?
I don't know.
You should probably find out.
I should probably find out. Well, yeah, today's President's Day, so we don't have school.
Yeah, say hello to old Abe Lincoln and all.
Shout out to all the presidents.
Shout out to Frederick Douglass. He's an up and comer. He sounds pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
He is a president.
He was a president. You're right.
President of some organization. I don't know. I'm sorry. I read the book. It was a good book, but I read it like a few years ago, and my memory is crap. So I'm sorry. I'm not racist. Please don't witch hunt me. Please. Yeah, the Surface Studio.
The Surface Studio.
The Surface Studio. Audience, how many of you guys are graphic designers? How many of you guys?
I see one. Who? Say your name. Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, you're a graphic design student?
Yeah.
You want to tell us more about that?
No.
All right. Okay. Thanks for wasting my time.
Thanks, Jimmy. No, but okay. Now, out of everyone in the audience who is a graphic designer, how many of you use Wacom?
Huh. I've actually wondered that before.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I feel like a decent amount do.
One, two, three. Everyone. Okay. How many of you are willing to switch to another company? Like 2 hands. Okay. How many of you are willing to pay $3,000 for the opportunity? What's that? Nobody? Because you're all poor as dirt and you shouldn't have gone to art college? Okay.
Starving artist, man. What can I say?
Yeah. Don't. Whatever.
Yeah.
Don't. But it's too late for you. But for those of you who are somehow making money in the art field, we got good news for you. To blow all your money on, instead of food, you can buy the Surface Studio by Microsoft.
Yeah. 1 terabyte. It's tempting.
1 terabyte of built-in storage. You'd never heard of that before.
There's also a 2 terabyte model with 32 gigs of RAM.
Oh, shit.
4 gigs CPU.
Yeah, a 4 gigabyte of VRAM CPU. That is a lot of VRAM, and it's an Intel Core i7 Skylake, meaning that.
Oh, mama.
Oh,
if you got $4,000 lying
$4,200.
$4,200 plus tax lying around.
Yeah,
then
instead of buying the small yacht, you should buy this computer. Instead of buying that 1992 Ducati, you should buy this computer instead. But Surface. Here's the thing about the Surface, right? It's cool. It's a neat little piece of tech. It's a nice tech demo, if you will. But as an actual product, it's a bit up there. It's a bit much. I mean, granted, if you're some idiot, if you're some idiot who's gonna spend $5,000 on the highest end Mac Pro, despite it being like 4 years old, then just pull your money on this instead. It's newer tech, but if you're not stupid, don't even buy this. Don't bother with the Mac Pro bullet. Just wait for Apple to update it in another 1,000 days or so.
Yeah, it'll be a lot cheaper, and it'll still work just fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know, but okay, but back, but Studio, it's a really cool concept, but it'd work better if a standalone product rather than a computer. Not to mention the computer, it's like a $1,000 laptop, but with a $2,000 display, so that's why it's so freaking expensive.
Yeah, I mean, it's pixel for pixel. I mean, you can do it. You can.
It's a 5K screen, right?
Yeah, hold on. I believe so.
It's 5K.
5K.
Yeah, 4,500 by 3,000 pixels. That is more than I need.
21 pounds.
Step on a crack, break your mother's back, or just give them a Surface Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a
facial recognition technology.
Sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's.
You can paint individual pixels.
Yeah, face recognition. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Paint. Yeah. We have to mention. I'm sorry for everyone out there who's hoping that this would be a courageous product, but unfortunately, there is a headphone jack. Well, he's courage.
Yeah, no courage there. Absolutely no forward thinking. I don't know the rest.
I don't know.
Backwards, totally
backwards,
regressive. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know. And but the thing is, Wacom, they already got a stranglehold on the market. Nobody's gonna freaking buy this. But more importantly than that, innovation.
Yep.
It's important for any market. Without it, we wouldn't have the automobile as we know today. We probably wouldn't have yeah, we wouldn't have plastic goodies. We wouldn't have the Twinkie, I assume. Probably, maybe.
Mass industrialization.
Yeah,
I guess.
the rise of the proletariat.
Something like that. No. It's suka blat. It's suka blat, not sika blat.
Oh.
The Y in Russian, for all you uneducated swine, is a U sound. It's okay.
For all you Western swine.
For all you westernized swine,
all you capitalist
bourgeoisie swine, the Y in Russian script, or Cyrillic alphabet, makes a U sound, so it's suka blat.
Suk.
Thick. Anyway.
What's the importance of innovation in industry? It's important. It is good.
It forwards the human race, I suppose.
But at what cost?
Maybe a little bit.
But at what cost? Now, this as a product is terrible. Nobody's gonna friggin' buy it. It's $4,200 for the high-end model and like $3,500 for the low-end model. Nobody's gonna friggin' buy it. But it is still cool. It is a really awesome piece of tech. The hinge is like an engineering marvel, considering how it can distribute all that weight so well. At so many angles, and also how we've heard it's pretty sturdy.
Yeah, I have the impression that it's pretty sturdy.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, it damn well should be. It's $3,000 for the base model.
I mean, look at that hinge. You can't see it, but I mean, it looks pretty. This later.
Yeah, hold on. Anyways,
beautiful.
Back to what we're talking about, because we're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is cool.
It is pretty cool. I mean,
it's a terrible product.
It's pretty cool because it has 4 USB ports.
No, that's not great. That's
awesome.
Yeah, no, but here's the
I can stick 4 USB sticks into it at once. Tell me what MacBook in the past 10 trillion years has been able to do that. Tell me.
How about the one you're looking this up on?
1, 2. Actually, there's just 2 on this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a charging port. I thought that was.
Yeah. Actually, it's a charge. It looks like a USB port, but no, it's not.
No. It's HDMI and USB.
Oh no, that's the HDMI.
Yeah.
That's on the other side.
Yeah, we are very qualified to run this podcast on technology.
Yep, we are well versed in the technological world.
You're gonna have to spend a crap ton of time audio balancing this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
I blame you though at the same time, because it's your idea to make a podcast.
Well, I don't know how to say that.
No, I'm sorry, man. That's harsh. All right.
You're
the one who invited me on. I'll help you with motivational support.
It works for me.
Okay. I don't know how to use this Audacity programming.
Do you have the Audacity?
Audacity.
The Audacity. Okay. So, and we're back.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're gonna have to cut out a lot.
I am.
But innovation, it is important to any industry, and this new Surface. We believe it's. I think we can both agree on this, right?
Right.
Yeah, that it is helping forward the computer industry and helping support the market that is the professional. And for $3,000, the low end model is actually somewhat competitive because it's a pretty decent sized screen. The screen size is comparable to a high end Wacom Cintiq, and it also has computer specs that are respectable. I mean, it's nothing great. It's 1 terabyte, only 1 terabyte, and it only has 8 gigabytes of RAM and 2 gig CPU with an i5 processor, but it's not super impressive. But that's a good, like, I don't know, $700 maybe.
700,
maybe.
I'd say.
I don't know, so somewhere between $600 and $800, depending on how PC Master Race you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is though, is Microsoft losing money on this? Because I don't want Microsoft to lose money on this.
I think they are gonna lose money on this because it's really for a niche market.
Really niche.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be a really specific person to want to, pay, hand.
Yeah, not to mention, how. Hold on, are the waveforms okay?
Yeah. Well, they've been kind of at they've been at various levels. I think we started at like 0.5, and then it's just gone down to like a 0.25 or maybe like a 0.2.
Why? Because of all the screaming?
Well, no, because it's just we've gotten more relaxed and less into the microphone, and we've just kind of been
Yeah, but we need the audience to hear it.
Well, yeah, I mean we can. We
need to cut that out, don't we?
Up the amplitude, level out the audio.
We need to cut this out, don't we?
Oh yeah, this is not actually gonna. This has no relevance in the podcast.
Okay, hold on. What is this? 41 minutes.
I mean, we're gonna come across it when we actually edit it, so it'll be fine.
41. Yeah, we are qualified to run a podcast as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Surface Studio. Yeah, we've already said it 100 times. Innovation. But what cost? Losses. Blah blah blah. Brings us to another industry that is in dire need of innovation. Video games. Los videojuegos. For all the Spanish-speaking people out there.
Los videojuegos. Me gusta mucho jugar al videojuegos.
I hate you.
I'll go kill myself. You don't have to kill me. I'll just do it myself. I'll take care of it for you guys.
No, the Nintendo Switch is pretty freaking sweet. It's like a tablet kind of thing. But it's also got a controller and it plugs into the TV and it's pretty cool. It's like it's kind of like in terms of power, it's like a little less than the Xbox One, but it's still pretty much comparable. And for a handheld device, that's pretty solid. That is pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're really trying to get out of that that hole they were in 2014.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nintendo's just like no money.
And it's really hard to compete with like mobile apps and stuff. I think this actually will bring them some monies.
Yeah, but there is one catch: price. Now, see, with money, you have to keep supply and demand in mind, of course, but you also need to make sure you aren't dicks. Okay, Nintendo, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, guys? $300 for the console. Okay, whatever, that's fine. But then you start to look at the accessories. $70 for a controller.
Yeah,
$70.
I don't think anyone's gonna want to pay $70 for a controller.
The Xbox One control, the PS4 controller, Xbox One controller, you can find them for like $55, $65, and like way less. Actually, look it up on Amazon. How much is it?
All right.
Like yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that just look up one of them. But like, you put like $70 freaking Xbox One.
Xbox One, right?
Yeah. But $70 freaking dollars for a freaking controller, one controller. Now, scroll down.
Oh, right.
Scroll down. Yeah, it's like $40 for a controller, right? 33, like 57, 54. Yeah, but $70 for a controller, and there's nothing special about it. And you might argue, oh, but it has the HD Rumble technology. Oh, in which case that's a terrible argument because the Xbox One controller has 12 rumble motors in it. 12 for some reason. And the PS4 controller has a little touchpad and glowy bit. And if you also say, oh, but the IR sensor, no, you're wrong. Those are the Joy-Cons. To which point, the Joy-Cons, like the little controller things that slide off the tablet, like the main tablet thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 80 for set.
Seriously?
80 for two of those things.
That is
for glorified Wiimotes. Glorified Wiimotes, $80.
Just that seems ridiculous to me. And I'm not well versed in this video game But even I know that that's ridiculous.
$80, and then.
I mean, if you look at a picture, I mean, they're really not,
They're
oh my
really...
gosh. I mean, look at that. That is not $80.
Yeah, just look it up on the Google.
Yes. Search on Wikipedia. It's the first second image on the article. I mean.
Yeah, it's
I mean, that is not $80.
It is $80 though. That's the hard part, and I don't care how much IR, how much HD rumble. It's $80. It's too much. Now, okay, whatever. All that is bad, but I think the worst part is the base, which is it's essentially it's basically a charger and it's basically a dock that allows you to charge and display the TV at once. So it's basically a splitter. It's a glorified splitter. Because there is no confirmed cooling technology within the base. And what that'll mean for the Switch in terms of reliability, especially if you used it plugged in more, with it being known that the system overclocks when it's in the base, that is to be seen. I hope it's still reliable, but I'm kind of concerned if there's no cooling in the base. But it is $90. $90 for what's essentially just an HDMI cable and charging port, all packed in one. And you could say it's proprietary. No, it is not. No, it is not. You are wrong. It is USB Type-C. Meaning that somebody's going to come out with a $25 version that works just as well.
Yeah.
That or Nintendo's going to sue their ass. Which is, knowing Nintendo, that's probably what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo's a bag of dicks sometimes.
They're
just really annoying. That'll be released March 3rd, but as much as we're complaining, or I'm complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, it helps innovate, and I think that's still good. I mean, the Wii U tried to innovate, but that was an innovation. That was a gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, the Wii U is just a tablet controller thing.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
But you could only use it 30 feet away from your console.
Really?
30 feet, yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Huh.
And it had the NFC thing, but NFC was already in smartphones by the time it came out in 2012. And tablets already existed since 2009, and if you want to get more technical than that on My Ride, you could see them in like 2005 with the Windows XP stuff, and they existed even before that in the Apple Newton, if you want to get real old school. If you want to count that PDA thing as a tablet, whatever. Point is, Nintendo didn't innovate there.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
But this looks to be cool, interesting, new. Just Nintendo, cut all your prices in half, except maybe the console itself, because geez,
it's pricey.
$90 for an HDMI adapter. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what does this have to do with the Surface Studio? They're both innovative. They're both overpriced. They're both made by companies with their heads in their butts.
Yeah. That about sums it up.
Yeah. Anything you have to say?
I gotta say, I think they would do a lot better with this if they cut the price down. That's all I really have to say. It's just too expensive for what it is. I mean, it's a cool idea. It's just too expensive.
Yeah. Say you want to play, Bomberman. Okay, let's just take Bomberman, and let's say you don't want to use the Joy-Cons because they hurt your hands, because your hands aren't babies. That is a multiplayer game, and it costs $50, which isn't even the most expensive you can get for the Switch. $50 for the game, $300 for the console, and say you want to get one Pro controller for your friend, then that is already like $420 just for one game and one controller, plus a system. That is $420. Plus, this doesn't come with a game built in.
Oh, it doesn't?
No. You'd think that 1-2 Switch. You saw the 1-2 Switch thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd think that would that'd come in.
Yeah.
$50.
Wow.
$50 for a game where you milk a cow and shoot and do gunslinger stuff. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah. At least Nintendo Land, in one of their bundles, they had the sense to pack it in. Ugh. And, yeah, it's like, at least, the Surface Studio, it's overpriced, but it's in an overpriced market. This isn't in an overpriced market. This is, like, stupid.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. So, I think we've complained enough about the Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
The Switch.
Yeah,
Switch.
Switch. And the Surface Studio, which are both cool ideas. But, yeah, just, I don't know. I lost all the will to live. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
And that's the end of the podcast. Now, you can subscribe to.
Okay, I'm back. I just fell off a cliff. I didn't die. I just broke all my bones.
You broke your everything bone?
Yeah, my everything bone.
Okay, at least you only broke one bone.
Yeah, my one bone that is connected to all my body.
Yeah.
Cool. No.
The one bone has several parts where.
Hold on. Breaking news. Breaking news in the world of technology, everybody. Okay, so I'm just on my headpiece that I totally have. I'm getting intel that the Mongolian cricket league is very popular this year.
Oh yeah. So
are you getting intel too?
Oh yeah. The ground has been dug out and the seeds ordered. Batolga Gombo's dreams are finally about to come true. Ulaanbaatar is getting its own cricket pitch.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, I totally didn't just read off the first sentence of a Vice Sports article called Meet the Man Who Wants to Take Mongolia to the Cricket World Cup.
Oh, my God.
Totally not.
Oh, my God. Mongolian World Cup. That must be huge. I mean, geez. How is Mongolia doing this year in the season?
Oh, well, they're kicking butt. I mean, they just played Tajikistan and they won like 0.5 to 0.7, you know, and it was just a complete destruction of the Tajikistani cricket league.
Oh, the that.
Yes.
Oh crap. Now, how do you think Mongolia will fare this coming event? The coming event that is the one that is coming up.
Oh, well, the one that's coming up, I think that they're going to do something. You know what I mean? I mean, I really feel that they're going to really, play cricket. You know?
oh, shit. Boy. Oh, my God.
Amazing. You know, I really think they're going to go against someone of any kind in this coming up battle. It's a cricket game. I really think they're gonna, have an opponent, and do something. So yeah, that's my prediction.
I agree with your prediction. It sounds very accurate to the. You perfectly expressed the tenacity of the
Mongolian cricket league. It is a violent and vigorous, passionate sport. I mean.
They use a baseball bat.
They use a baseball bat for crying out loud. Okay, you don't get any more, devoted to this sport. Okay. So that's my thoughts on the Mongolian cricket league.
Sense.
And I think that wraps up the podcast.
Okay. Now, no, hold on.
Are we not done yet?
Hold on, we've gone for like 50 minutes or so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we have one more thing we need to discuss. One more very important thing. Pens, ballpoint pens. What is the state of the world of the ballpoint pen? What is your favorite ballpoint pen?
My favorite ballpoint pen of all time has always been the Pilot G2. It's the most It's inky, it's very reliable.
I know.
And it lasts pretty darn good amount of time.
Not to mention, finding interchangeables for the Pilot G2 is pretty easy. I mean, it's not as easy as the standard BIC that you can find at a Target, but it is still pretty easy, and compared to the average BIC, it's way better. It's just use a Pilot G2 or you know what, the Uniball. The Uniball, I don't know which one this is, but like some of the
any of the Uniballs. I mean,
yeah,
they are. I have never ever used a Uniball model that was not inky and well put together.
Yeah, the Pilot Precise V5 is pretty good too. I mean, personally, I prefer the I prefer the more standard pen. Like I prefer how the Pilot G2 is more of a standard type of pen, but the Precise V5 by Pilot, it's a pretty solid pen.
It's a solid pen, nice and inky. Also, you can actually see the ink. How much the ink has been used. From the tube. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's cool because you can the actual ink fills the entire inside of a pen, unlike many of the cheapy big pens.
Or some other like Inkjoys.
Yeah.
Inkjoy is just Bic. Isn't Inkjoy?
I'm pretty sure it's Bic. Yeah.
Yeah. And like whatever crappy thing you get from your 7th grade school talent show.
Yeah.
Whatever. And also don't buy stylus pens. Those are stupid and usually suck, especially if they're the kind where the stylus is on the pen part.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get a stylus, get a stylus, and if you're gonna get a pen, get a pen. Yeah, never get both.
Well, I mean, the pen part is okay on like stylus pens. It's just that unless the stylus is usually okay if it's on the opposite end of the writing of the pen part, the ball. If it's opposite of the ball of the pen, then it's fine. But
it's even worse if you click the pen and it comes through a hole in the style. I mean,
idea was
that is just a terrible. It's just awful.
It makes neither good. They both suck. And don't do that. Pen makers of the world, stop,
please. Okay.
Excuse me.
I don't think they heard that.
Whatever.
Anyway, yeah. Just moral of the story. Stop. Just stop what you're doing.
Stop,
please.
I don't even care who you are. Just stop,
please.
Stop it.
It's about time to stop here. All right.
Yeah. It's about
It's time to stop.
No reference intended. It's time to stop.
Yeah.
He's my comrade here is writing down
we need to cut that part out though.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay, a lot of editing. But now we have to do an age-old tradition. We have to cry about the death of a company, Pebble smartwatch technology.
Ah yes, Pebble.
They were a good company, but I think Fitbit bought them out.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah,
they did buy
Fitbit
them out.
Yeah, and so we just have to take a moment of silence to be sad. Okay, I'm done. I'm good.
Actually, a moment historically, this is actually back to the Middle Ages, is 90 seconds.
Okay,
so there are 40 moments in an hour.
We could digitally input 90. We can digitally input 90 seconds of silence.
We could, but I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think you guys want to listen to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, Fitbit, they're a good company. They made cool stuff. I was actually gonna buy one. Not Fitbit. Sorry. Pebble. God, this is probably why they died. Pebble. Cool stuff. They made some cool stuff. I wanted to buy one, but the problem was that they just couldn't get past their Kickstarter roots. I mean, but on Kickstarter they appealed to the techie, but they never managed to get past that. Heck, all their products were launched on Kickstarter, and I think that's a sign of a flawed business model.
Yeah, they should have expanded their horizons.
Yeah, at the very least, find different investors. Just find different investors than the people of the internet, the people of Kickstarter. they made some pretty cool stuff, and it was really with the help of also Samsung. Samsung also definitely influenced it, but largely thanks to Pebble, the idea, the concept of the smartwatch was brought to the mainstream consciousness. Maybe the mainstream didn't own a Pebble, but they at least first heard of the concept of a smartwatch that was feasible in reality. And I think for that, we have to applaud Pebble. A minute 46 seconds in, add in an audio cue of people applauding now. How's your day?
And I think that wraps up the podcast. Thank you for anyone who is actually still listening up to this point.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to our terrible podcast. Teknikal Podcast, comrade.
The Teknikal Podcast, comrade.
Okay, I think we're good.
All right. Again, thanks for tuning in to our podcast.
Shout out to our sponsors, Audible, Squarespace.
Stop. We are not Hello Internet. We are not Hello Internet.
Yeah.
Don't try to pull this crap.
Couple beds.
Okay, time to stop. Please stop.
It's time to stop!